Hello!
Hello! Hi, Taurus!
Welcome to the month of June.
And welcome to your reading. My name is Ava.
And I am Trudy, and we're coming at you from Amarna during, well, 1350 BC.
Yes, our time machine has again taken us even further back in history.
Yes.
We wanted to explore the Las Vegas of the ancient world.
That's right, during the time of Akhenaten, the bad boy.
The bad boy.
Yeah.
And his a very exquisite queen, Nefertiti.
Yes.
And they were so glamorous. They were the Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie of their time.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes. And why, you might ask, have we taken you all the way back to 1350 BC? Because Akhenaten was the father of monotheism.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he changed everything, turned it on its ear.
Yeah, he did. And what's so remarkable about the gentleman is that he wasn't really bred to be a pharaoh, which is why he became such a remarkable pharaoh. He was actually a poet, a philosopher, even a mystic, actually, and he contributed a great deal to what was, I think, the theological revolution that was to take place several centuries later. So
stay tuned, because Ava will be narrating a lovely piece.
Yes, on his life, on their adventure.
Yes, he and Nefertiti's adventure.
Yes.
Yeah, she was equal, co-regent with him.
She was.
He was a feminist. Another reason why we're coming at you from this lovely time, 1350 BC.
We decided to come back here and really just explore the place as if we were tourists.
That's right. And so, as we said, what happens in Amarna stays in Amarna.
Stays in Amarna.
Woo! Like your reading.
Like your reading.
Okay, and we are wearing shades because it's very bright back here.
It's very bright back here.
Wow.
It's Aten, the sun god, right behind us.
That's right. And it is summer.
It is summer, and we are quite hot.
Still in Egypt.
Still in Egypt.
So
let us explore
for
the earth sign Taurus, which you are.
This is
sensual,
your sign, the Pentacle.
Reliable, responsible, very, very, you love all things that are beautiful. And so you are, last month, what happened to our Taurus friends?
Last month we had a very interesting month, because there was the previous month we had lost a bit of our stability.
Yes.
It looked as if there had been some issues with some queens.
Yes.
And then last month we were searching and trying to figure out what we wanted to do. There was an offer made, the Four of Cups, at the end of the month.
That's right.
And just kind of moving away from, you know, maybe a restless and a chaotic situation into a more tranquil
turbulent waters to more tranquil waters, emotionally and physically.
Right.
And literally moving.
Right. And the journey was going on last month, so and that was your challenge. So we'll see if you've made it to the other side. And remember, what happens in Amarna, Taurus, stays in Amarna.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're ready?
I'm ready.
Dum, da-dum.
The god is right behind us watching. Aten.
All right, let's see.
Here we go.
What do we have?
Interesting.
The Two of Pentacles in the upright. I love this card.
This is very good.
It's great. It's balanced, and this is what you love, Taurus.
Right. And it's also choice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, twos are always about choice.
Yeah.
And the Two of Pentacles is it's a material choice. You have two ways to go.
Yeah. Or a practical choice.
Two practical choices to make.
And you're weighing the options.
And you're weighing your options, which way to go, which is your best option.
Yeah.
And behind you there are ships on the ocean.
Right.
And so this is also a rather emotional decision as well, even though it has practical implications. Nonetheless, you are moved.
Right. There's some emotion tied
There's some
into
emotion tied into this decision that you're about to make this. So the entire month is colored by having to weigh these two options. And it's interesting, you've come from an area where there was instability that has sort of launched you in this netherland where then you are faced with, now you're presented with two choices, two ways to go. And both of them seem to have equal import for you, equal meaning for you.
Right,
you know?
right. It's like two options. It's like the crossroad.
Like the crossroad, right.
Yeah, where you can either stay in Thebes or move to Amarna. We moved to Amarna.
That's right. It's better here.
Yes. Yeah, it's very interesting because we did have the Five of Pentacles in the position of the unexpected last month.
Oh, yes.
So this is an interesting card. You ready?
Right.
Let's see what the next card is.
Let's
This is
see.
the challenge position.
All right. Your challenge. Oh, how interesting is that?
So, network, network, network.
Right.
Wow, we have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is the Mercury card. It's communication. It's
You're absolutely
getting
right.
out
That's
there,
exactly what
putting
it
it
is.
out there.
Right. So sending out the messages, messaging everywhere.
Yeah, creating a LinkedIn page.
But do you see how much energy is in this card? So your challenge is to get up and go.
Right.
To get up and do.
Right.
And it's about career. It's about what your passions are.
Put yourself out there.
You have to put yourself out there. And there are 8 of these, almost like arrows that you're shooting out into the universe, where you want to see which one hits the mark. Yeah.
It always seems to me like it's like networking in many areas.
In many areas.
Like now it would be LinkedIn. It would be as old-fashioned as a business card.
Yes.
Go to Moo Cards. They have great business cards. Your Facebook page, cleaning up your Facebook page, whatever it takes.
Your website.
Yeah, whatever it takes to get out there. And today it's all about, getting out there digitally or online,
Or YouTube.
Or YouTube even. There you go.
Yeah.
But putting yourself out there.
Putting yourself out there, and because it's interesting, the relationship, so that maybe your challenge is then to find the proper path via this extra and multitudinous communication system. You see, so maybe through that you're going to find which of these choices is the most appropriate for yourself.
Yeah, or asking for feedback.
Asking for feedback.
You're putting it out there.
Putting it out there and then getting
and
back.
then weighing the option.
And then weighing the option. All right.
Okay.
Aha.
Wow. Okay. And now we are in the position of the unexpected. The cocky knight, the Knight of Wands, the boy on fire, which is great at following this card. So it looks as if you're going to have some movement of passion.
Yes.
You're going to be like cocky. This is the Aries card. This is the, the just do it card, like Nike, right?
Right. So this is interesting because so unexpectedly you become ignited with creative passion, and you become unstoppable in a sense. You don't, here you're kind of weighing things, here you're networking, and here you take off.
Right.
So unexpectedly you do make a choice here. That's what this seems
is
to
it?
be. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
all right.
No.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's a sense of impulsiveness that goes along with that card.
Yes.
So it's kind of in direct opposition to this card, which is that's the card of the. I can see the Taurus doing that.
Right.
But something sets you off, maybe.
Something
it gets you excited, and then you ignite. Your passion is reignited, and you take action.
Sometimes this can mean news on a very mundane level. Getting some very passionate news, that is news that gives you a lot of inspiration, So news suddenly comes to you from maybe all your networking.
Maybe, yeah. Or it may even be, sometimes it's a young man, or which can be your night, you know, like the fun. This is the fun night.
He's the fun night. Yes.
He's the one who's out there, like, showing off.
He's
and he's
charming.
Like, he's an Aries, or he's a fire sign.
He's a fire sign. He's a go-getter. So maybe somebody comes in to the picture.
Yeah.
And unexpectedly, maybe even helps you, or helps you take your passion to your destination.
Yeah.
So it could very well be that he has something to do with the entire unfoldment of this choice that you have to make.
I like this. This is a cool reading.
This is a very cool reading.
Positive.
Extremely positive.
Yeah, and there's a lot of movement.
And a career and passion and art and you know, you're a very artistic sign.
Yeah.
And so this is about your art, whatever your art is.
But it's all grounded in this Two of Pentacles.
But it's grounded in the Two of Pentacles because
that's exactly what a Taurus would do. I mean, Taurus doesn't like change, so in order to make a change, you've got to weigh the practical aspects.
That's it.
Of the passion that you
know how to do that well, Taurus.
Yeah. So this is a good reading.
This is a good reading.
Yay! Summer's coming.
Summer's coming.
Yeah, that's a good card for summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Showy. It's a showy card. Interesting. End of the month. 10 of Cups. And you know, we don't have any major arcana in this reading, which the reason I'm pointing that out is that, and the 10 of Cups is a beautiful card. It's the happy ever after card. So you're going to get your wish, you're going to get what you want, and it's going to feed you. But this is interesting because this is like everyday stuff that you have control of. It's not major karmic stuff. Yeah. So the reason I think that's important is that we have this Two of Pentacles right up front. Okay, so you're making choices, and it is up to you, whichever direction you go in, because major arcana is always about sort of like karma, fate. This is like, these are the bigger, like, universal things happening, and you really kind of have to let go and let God. This is like in your control.
Right, right.
So it's a very nice reading.
But the last card, when I look at the last card, and you see this happy family, and they've come upon their estate, let's just say,
and the rainbow,
and the rainbow. But you see, when I see this card, I don't see it as the normal family coming into this beautiful paradisical environment. I see them having been on an extremely long trek towards this place. Somehow like refugees going from a sort of a war-torn environment and seeking refuge in a better place.
Okay.
And so, because this is about a journey.
Yeah, it's not unlike like where we are, Amarna.
No,
because we left Thebes because of all the issues that are going on there.
It's a little bit like that because you have to go through the desert to get here. 250 miles of desert.
Yes, you do.
And that would be difficult as a trek. And then suddenly there's Amarna, which is this again. Almost resort environment in the middle of the desert.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a beautiful rainbow above it, and the city is gorgeous as far as cities go in the ancient world. So this is a beautiful card. Kind of.
You've reached your El Amarna.
You reached your El Amarna.
That's right.
El Dorado.
Yes, where you can be. It's like Akhenaten. He had to recreate an entire city around his belief system.
Yes.
So that's kind of.
That's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So you create a world
around your own belief system.
You erect a world that feeds you emotionally. People who feed you emotionally.
That's right.
A family.
A family of people around
you. A
you.
home. Like, you create all of that.
Yes, as if you've arrived. And it's interesting, you've got the Knight of Wands dashing forth.
Right, which is like energy. That's like pure energy.
Yep.
So you're going to create this environment which sustains you.
Yeah. And it's completion. It's 10. It's done.
And that's all you need. Right.
You've arrived.
Right. Wow. Okay. So,
So,
if you want to know anything about if I were a Taurus this month, I would want to know about these two pentacles.
Oh yes, pardon me.
The two of pentacles. You got so excited.
Because I'm moon in Taurus, so this is relevant for me too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, the two of pentacles is interesting because weighing your options.
I'm worried. Yes.
Where does it?
Where does your heart lie?
Well, yeah, but also it is where your heart lies, because in the end, that's what will lead you to your El Dorado or your El Amarna.
El Amarna.
So you have to follow your passion.
You have to follow your passion.
That's what the cards say.
That's what the cards say. And always when you follow your passion, you arrive in paradise.
Yeah.
Always.
So if you want to know more about Two of Pentacles, please visit our website, virtualtarot.wordpress.com, where you can log on, and we have quite a few readings. We have 6 readings.
Yes.
From life path to business to burning question to emergency.
Something that might be relevant for you. And our readings are all designed for you. They're our work of art for you.
Right.
And if you've never had a reading, they're almost they can help you in so many levels of your life.
Yes.
Emotional, practical, or just figuring out a situation that you can't figure out because you're too close to it.
Yes, yeah. So, if you would like a reading, please, all you have to do is click the PayPal link, send your question to avatrudy@yahoo.com. We'll get right back to you.
Yeah.
We love doing the readings. We love getting to know you, and we've done lots and lots of them. Please check our website for testimonials. Thank you, all you guys who gave us testimonials. And again, stay tuned. Ava will be narrating a wonderful story all about Akhenaten and where we are.
And why we're here.
Yeah.
And these stories help us to understand ourselves as human beings and even the evolution of consciousness. So.
Yes. And the last thing we wanted to mention is, please share your Pinterest feed with us, Taurus.
Yes.
We're really interested in taking a look at what you find interesting. So if you can send a link to our Facebook page, we'd love to post so that all of you Taurians can compare and kind of see what the other Taurians out there are doing. Same time, please like our Pinterest page, and we will be back in the month of
June?
July, baby.
July?
It's June now.
June.
It's at least it's not December.
It's really disorienting me.
It's not going to be. And remember, what happens in Amarna
stays in Amarna.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This month we explore the extraordinary story of the reign of the pharaoh Akhenaten and Nefertiti, who ruled Egypt for about 17 years between roughly 1353 BC and 1335 BC. Akhenaten was known as an iconoclastic genius, a poet, and a philosopher. While even just a boy, he fought against the selfish and the strong, whom he identified particularly with the priests of one of their pantheon of gods named Ammon. This was a polytheistic society in ancient Egypt, and the priests of Ammon were prone to tyranny, and so Akhenaten resolved to destroy the priests and their gods, and to supplant them with his god, with a single god named Aten, the sun god. The high priest had been accustomed to occupying high and influential positions at the court of Akhenaten's father, Amenhotep III. One of the priests had been a chief treasurer, another a grand vizier. But the single-minded and rebellious Akhenaten, when he ascended to the throne, began to embrace and develop the theological beliefs of the obscure Aten solar cult. And he set forth to convince an unheeding world of Aten's sovereignty over all of creation, thus making Akhenaten the first monotheistic ruler of the ancient world. Akhenaten had the noble desire to make all men wise, just, free, and mild. But Akhenaten was also a feminist, believing in the equality of women, as was proved when he married his wife, Nefertiti. She was a queen consort and became co-regent and equal to the pharaoh. She was committed to Akhenaten's vision and is often portrayed worshiping beside him. The royal couple delighted to appear among the people, accompanied by their children. Nefertiti, in some works of art, is shown standing equal next to her husband, symbolically showing that she was equal to her husband. As time went on, treason was attempted by the priestly party, which roused the ire of the strong-minded young king, for he suddenly began a war of bitter persecution against the god Ammon. Everywhere the god's name was chipped from the monuments, the tombs were entered, and the young pharaoh did not spare even the name of his father. It was at this time that he became officially known as Akhenaten, the spirit of Aten. Akhenaten decided to leave Thebes then, and at Amarna, about 250 miles north, he caused to be laid out a garden city in which were built a gorgeous palace which surpassed that of his father, and a great temple dedicated to the one and only god, Aten. Akhenaten was a proud and profoundly serious man with a great mission, a high-souled prophet. Akhenaten believed it sinful to take away the life which Aten gave. No sacrifices were offered up at his temple. The fruits of the earth were laid on the altars instead. Aten was revealed in beauty, and his worshippers were required to live beautiful lives, believing that the cultured mind abhorred all evil and sought after only that which was most excellent. Akhenaten promoted the idea of the universal brotherhood of man and conceived that the world was beautiful and was pervaded by universal peace. And though Aten, the god, was a sun god, he was not actually the material sun, He was the first cause manifested by the sun, from which all things came, and from which ever issued forth the life-giving and life-sustaining influence, symbolized by rays ending in hands that support and nourish human beings. No grand theology has ever appeared in the world before such as this. It is the forerunner of the later monotheistic religions, while it is even more abstract and impersonal, and may well mark as scientific theism, which in our modern world would be equivalent to the ideas of the 20th century mystic Rudolf Steiner. Akhenaten died while still a young man, and the causes of his death are unknown. But there is speculation that the new pharaoh was in fact Queen Nefertiti, who ruled as a man and attempted to hold together the collapsing dreams of her husband. Though not many women have acted as rulers in ancient Egyptian society, they have been considered to be equal among men in status as well as legal opportunities. Women were shown to be allowed the opportunity to take part in the economy, such as their role as merchants. Women took part also in religious activities. They were allowed to become priestesses. It has now taken women 3,000 years to reclaim their equal social rights. And only now is the world reawakening, heralding a return to higher frequencies of love, compassion, and kindness, and to the eternal feminine divine.